Akpabio wife cried few hours after Akpabio is finally reporting to the UN. You know, it was few weeks ago that Natasha actually went to UN. She left Nigeria Senate after a lot of senators actually supported Akpabio based on the allegation, and she went to UN and reported Akpabio in the UN Parliament. Now, they finally called for Akpabio, and the question they set in place is a shocking question that Akpabio will not be able to answer now. Akpabio wife cry moment Akpabio is set to appear in UN few minutes ago. I'll play the full video. You see things the way it goes. So I would like us to stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share the video, just do what to share it. Share it to the best social media platforms. Let it go viral, and if you can share it, just like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. Just stay connected. I'm coming back again.
Welcome you back to LAJUPOG Watch TV.
I don't have bad news for you today.
The home of religious gossip.
But you should leave the fight for Mohammed.
What is happening in the Christendom? Join now to make sense with LAJUPOG.
Hello my great and wonderful viewers, welcome you back to LAJUPOG Watch TV. For those of you coming across this channel for the very first time, just do what to click the registration button appearing on your video screen, and at the same time click the notification bell icon so that whenever we drop a new video in few hours time, YouTube will easily let you to know. You know, Akpabio never known that this matter will get to the level at which the matter have gotten to now. It was few weeks ago that Natasha appeared in UN, and that was because a lot of things happened in the Senate, and a lot of senators that Natasha was even aspiring that, oh, these ones will be beside her. Many of them put side with Akpabio. Many of them supported Akpabio. In fact, a lot of female senators actually put their support for Akpabio. They said Natasha actually violated the gross misconduct and all of that. But mind you, Akpabio himself have violated the gross misconduct even in the regime of Saraki as the Senate president. But they didn't say to that. But they all put side with Akpabio. Even when Natasha was trying to submit her petition, a senator came out to say that the petition is dead on arrival. Imagine what actually happened in Nigeria Senate. That was why Natasha said the Nigeria Senate is just like a secret court now. Natasha, because of that, went to the UN Parliament and she reported Akpabio, and she went to different international media to report Akpabio. But a lot of people were just thinking that all the reports that she laid in all those international communities is just a mere report that we should just go and stuff like that. But they finally called for Akpabio everywhere but years ago. The same thing that happened to Tinubu is finally happening to Akpabio. The same way they said they want to release the record of Tinubu drug deals and all of that in Chicago, the same thing is happening to Akpabio at the moment. US isn't joking at the moment. So I'd like us to stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share the video as you're watching it, just want to share it. Share it to the best social media platforms. Let it go viral. And if you can share it, just like the video, like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. You know, it was few days ago that the uproar came that Natasha was attacked, and before Natasha was attacked, Natasha made it clear that her life is under threat because the moment they suspended her, they withdrew her security, they withdrew her salary and her staff salary and everything. Now the security that they withdrew, even before they withdrew the security of Natasha and all of that, Natasha had been harassed and victimized by thugs before. You know, thugs have attacked her in several locations before, and this woman made it clear to the general public how much more when her security was withdrawn and all of that. When thugs attacked her back then, she had security, police were standing with her, all of that. A lot of security operatives were working with her, but thugs still attacked her, and she alleged that they are APC thugs. That was when she was fighting a senatorial case in the court. But after the security of Natasha was withdrawn by Akpabio, Natasha finally cried out that she was attacked and all of that. And I said that is not enough. This woman said her life is in danger and all of that. You will see things now. Because of that, they finally summoned Akpabio in UN. They said Akpabio did not have the right to withdraw her security and even suspend her for 6 months. You will see things for yourself. Akpabio wife cried a few years ago because he knows that Akpabio that is going to UN is going to be in a big trouble in the UN. So you see things for yourself. UN is not Nigeria. It's not like Nigeria Senate, all of that. You see things the way it goes. So it's everywhere right now in the US media and in the UN media. Akpabio is appearing in few minutes, and you will see things the way it goes. So I'd like us to connect to the end of the video. If you can share the video, share it. First of all, hear what Nigeria media said about the whole issue. Then during the video, you will see what is happening in the UN. Just stay connected. I'll come back again.
Now, Natasha told us that before he went to Kogi, he already reported to the police that there was a plan to assassinate her. Now she made it known on the ground of the campaign, of the homecoming, and Akpabio wrote the police and said, is defamation. Please sue her for me. So the IG of police set up a committee to look at these allegations and see how to go about it. How do you see these issues?
Okay, we know it is a civil matter. Police has no say on it, So, but when it comes to a crime, it is not in the instance of even the person that reported the matter to drop it. People don't know that. Maybe when the case is just minor, police go say, okay, I'm not gonna go home. Yes. But the truth remains that if it is a crime, it has a crime element. It is not at your instance to drop it.
Is that the Nigerian police?
Not the Nigerian police versus the person that alleged criminal. Do you understand? So the IGP taking the step, getting the investigation team together, and moving forward to investigate the matter is the right thing to do. It shouldn't just die down because we want peace. Nigeria, we are tired of
let's just die down.
Yeah,
we want peace.
We just want the politicians to concentrate on delivering
governance.
Yes, on governance, so that let the people benefit. But in this case, it's not an instance of even Natasha to say, okay, it's all right, I don't want problem anymore. No, because your life was in danger. We don't even know whether it's still in danger. So the police have to retire that investigation out. But Nigerians are much more interested on the outcome. They don't want it to remain in the pipeline, the end of the tunnel being beyond 2027. They want the end of the tunnel now, and they want to see the light. If the light sheds, this allegation is unfounded, the people want to be sure the police did their job. If they say, okay, I think there is something to investigate, they may need to call the Senate President, they might need to call Yahya Bello, they might even need to call the governor. Though unfortunately you can't prosecute the governor. Maybe witness,
you can still hear from
like a witness or something, because you can't prosecute, or everybody, even the Senator Asoko that was mentioned. Eventually the police, they know what to do. But Nigerians are just interested on the outcome, and Nigerians want to be sure that justice is served on.
Because after that time, Natasha's country home,
because one of the things she alleged when she made the statement on her visit was that the killing should not be done in Abuja.
It should be done
in her village. And weeks or days, even days thereafter, there was there was a confirmed incident in her family house in the village where people had to destroy property. But unfortunately, she wasn't there, and she's still alive.
Okay, on the Natasha case, it keeps just rolling fire. Number one, the court process that's supposed to have been on is not on. I don't know what the judiciary are doing about that on her recall. But now what we are talking about is the libel case. Don't also forget that there's a suit also. Is it a suit or a complaint by Yahya Bello to the IGP? That one is still on board. I don't know if this if the investigation is.
That's why we talked about it before that Yahya Bello should have just gone to court.
All right.
Okay, well, it's a good thing that the Inspector General of Police have decided finally to set up a team to investigate this issue. But my concern here is this. From what we read on different platforms, different news, the team is set up after Akpabio, also petitioned the IG that it's a defamation of his character, that the senator should be arrested and prosecuted. Now, somebody ran to the police first, complaining that people are after her life and she has evidence. The police did not set up investigating.
But it was not documented.
I don't understand what you mean by it was not documented.
It just gave police a foreknowledge that this is information coming to me. From what we know, we don't know if.
So I think the entire investigation will come.
Yes. So what you're trying to tell me now is that if you go to the police this morning and say you saw some people carrying bombs or carrying guns heading toward Aso Rock, because you didn't write it down, police will not want to know if it's truth or lie. I don't understand.
It's a complaint.
What are you talking about? Something on social media everywhere, and she said it online. They didn't deny it.
No. Before she went,
hold on.
Before she went to Kogi State, that's okay.
She said she has reported.
As at that time, it was not in the public knowledge.
Yes, certainly.
Am I correct? The public knowledge before the police, whom my mother was reported to.
No. The police could have also been doing certain things
underground.
Yeah.
That we are not
I am I'm talking based on what I have just read from Punch and different platforms that Akpabio, the police set up a team because Akpabio petitioned the IG. That is where I'm coming from. I'm not talking on personal ground. I'm talking on what is also in the media. Having said that, the issue of the police now investigating, just like he has rightly said again, if you look at it, she said she has it on good record that she was to be killed in her hometown, so that it will look as if it's from within or among her people. And she also said after the attack that she actually sent her younger brother home with team of some engineers and whatever to go check sites, where they're supposed to do some projects for a constituency. That means they thought she was actually in Kogi State at that time of the attack.
That's after the homecoming.
Yes. Just after the homecoming, her brother went with the consultants, for the project, and that is when it was, I think maybe that night or the following that the house was attacked. Probably the brother also was smart enough with the consultant, of course, not to sleep in the house. Probably they finished whatever they went to do and left that same day all for a hotel, and they didn't know. So what are we saying? It has become very important now for the police not just to do a very beautiful investigation, to be fast about it. We're talking about someone that said, I have an evidence that this man is after my life. You understand? And then the police has been involved, and this man is saying that I'm accusing him wrongly. So I don't think the materials they need is at their disposal, because everybody reported to the police, to the police. So they should do it quick and do it very clear, so that we can get to the roof.
What do you think the police should do?
Good.
To maintain neutrality.
Good. They are not even the judge, so the issue of maintaining is to do their work well.
In the investigation.
I'm
talking about investigation.
Yes. Because first of all, let me see, their first assignment is to be able to separate the wheat from the chaff.
Yes.
They should be able to know the civil content of all these reports, both the one from Natasha, the one from Akpabio, the one from Yahya Bello. Do you understand?
Yes.
The civil content of issues of defamation of character, issues of people now start seeing me as this, those are civil matter. Then that my life is in danger, that people are planning to commit murder against me is a criminal matter. Police should concentrate on that. People who think their name has been defamed by certain statements or whatever, Nigeria is not defamed.
Yes.
Nigeria police was not defamed. Yes. So Nigeria cannot take over your matter. You go to court to go and fight issue of your defamation of your character and leave our police resources for us, because they are limited. Our police resources are limited, both in finances, in number of personnel, and even in vehicles, everything, so that those things will be concentrated on fighting crimes. Don't go and use your political power. So I want the police to be able to separate this, concentrate on the criminal content. Don't go helping individuals or any politician, whoever, in pursuing their civil matter. It is not of your place. That is not why Nigerians are paying you. Let us know if there were any intention, discussion, arrangement, even imagination that could be can be seen or understood by another person, communicated towards murdering or in any form harming Natasha physically. That's what the people want to know. Other civil content of defamation of this or that,
should go to the court.
Get matter to court, pay your lawyer and go to the court.
Okay, still on the issue of police, because we want to see them do a thorough job in investigation and on both sides. The police is for everybody. They are supposed to maintain what they call law and order. The police ought not to be invited if I'm having an approved rally. By default, they should be there. Now, we've also seen cases where the police take sides with some political figures. For example, when they were doing an election in Rivers State, the local government election, they didn't appear because of taking sides. This case now, I don't know how much police was on ground during the homecoming of Natasha. What do you think police can do to maintain neutrality in most of these cases that are political?
Well, he has just said it, that there are civil and there are criminal matters. The police, either you like it or not, have a lot of police brothers, sisters, and friends. Nigerian police are very intelligent. They know they know their duties, they know their limits. It's our system. The entire problem is the system. But when police want to do what is actually their job, you don't teach Nigerian police job. When they go out to mix up with other foreign police, and they are being sponsored by the white people, and they are giving what the materials they need for their job, they always come out the top. So now that IG has set up a team, I want to, because this one again is something that the whole world is watching. I know the Nigerian police, I hope and I know they will do what they should do professionally as they are trained to do, and bring out a result that will also not indict them, that will not spoil their name, that a result that will be accepted by all professionally. I just see the Nigerian police doing something about this now. My only concern here, like we've said, is this: let it be done at the right time, so that time will not take over events.
Now, I've always talked about that Akpabio should shift the sword and call for reconciliation. He's the one that has the power to call for a reconciliation between himself and Natasha and the whole house, that's the Senate chamber. Don't you think that's what you should go for, instead of this matter just...
Yeah, like I said earlier, issues of dropping this case before the police.
Yes.
It's beyond Akpabio.
Okay, now beyond that.
It's beyond Akpabio.
No, beyond that.
But now, on the reconciliation between
political
issue, whatever, yes, I mean, there's never a time that is bad, that is too soon for reconciliation. In anything, even in offices, in marriages, in anything, no time is too soon to reconcile differences. Because at the end of the day, the people you are serving are the one. Okay, Senator Natasha's legislative duties are being impeded.
Yes.
It's been obstructed.
Yes.
She's not doing that.
The people are not being represented.
The people are not being fairly represented.
Yes.
So, how soon could they reconcile? That would be too soon. If Akpabio does that today, everybody will clap for him.
Yeah.
But issues of the murder, intention to commit murder before the police is beyond him.
Yes, it's beyond him. And also, we also know that most political solutions will make a lot of other things that within the Nigerian Yes. Like just 30 seconds.
Well, all we want is peace, security of lives and property. Like he has rightly said, I don't think Natasha is just talking because she's after somebody. If the Senate President find it, it's like a father anyway. The Senate President can actually address this matter. Mr. President can even move into this matter. After he has moved into so many matters, he has called Wike and the Fubara because he wanted peace in Rivers. And this issue of Senate is not just a state matter; it's a national issue. I think the President this time around can also call both the IG, call the two senators, yes, and then settle the issue, settle the matter, and then reinstall Natasha's security and stay.
No,
away.
not just only restore Natasha to the position, and by that one, all the paraphernalia of his office will be restored.
And now turning our attention to Nigeria, where a sexual harassment scandal in the Senate has sparked a controversy in the West African country. The Nigerian Senator Natasha Akpabio has accused the Senate President of Godswill Akpabio of sexual harassment. Now, the claims that has triggered fierce debates within the institution and widespread reactions across the West African country. In an interview last week, the Nigerian senator alleged that the Senate President had made inappropriate advances toward her in the past. Now, Akpabio further alleged that the Senate President on a separate occasion had insinuated that she should, quote-unquote, take care of him if she wanted her motions to receive favorable consideration in the Senate. Moreover, she also likened his alleged behavior to that of a university lecturer who fails a student for rejecting his advances. These accusations have created an uproar in the West African country's Senate. Now, many lawmakers condemned Akpabio, accusing her of tarnishing the reputation of the Senate, while some others called for an investigation into the allegations. Now, on Thursday, Nigerian lawmakers reportedly suspended Akpabio. for 6 months from the Senate. This was after her petition was dismissed on procedural grounds by the Ethics Committee. The decision sparked widespread backlash on social media, with many Nigerians questioning why her allegations were not formally investigated. Several social media users criticized the Senate's handling of the case. Some accused the institution of protecting powerful figures, while others labeled Akpabio as the worst Senate president ever. Taking to social media, Akpabio has vowed to challenge what she called an injustice. She has also filed a lawsuit against the Senate president, seeking $64,000 in damages. Now, Goodswill Akpabio has served as Nigeria's Senate president since 2023. He is a senior member of the All Progressives Congress, the ruling party led by President Bola Tinubu. Akpabio has previously been investigated by Nigeria's Economic and Financial Crimes Commission on corruption allegations. Denying the allegations, the Senate President Akpabio stated that he had never harassed any woman. He added that he was raised to respect women and dismissed the accusations as false. Now, reports suggest that his wife has also filed a defamation lawsuit against the female senator. But Akpabio's denial has not stopped the growing outrage. Earlier this week, protesters gathered outside the Senate demanding an independent investigation into the allegations. Some demonstrators have also called for Akpabio's resignation. Women's rights groups in Nigeria have also spoken out, arguing that this incident highlights broader concerns about gender discrimination and harassment in the workplaces across the country. So, as this scandal continues to unfold, it has raised serious questions about accountability in Nigeria's political system. For years, the Nigerian Senate has faced criticism for rejecting bills promoting gender equality. And this latest controversy has only added to that scrutiny.
Merci beaucoup. Hi, how are you?
Very well, thanks.
Thank you for being here.
Namaste, Mr. President.
Bharat Kelogon, Komeri Namaste.
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. You will see that Akpabio's name is already painted black in international communities. You know, the same thing that is happening to Tinubu is finally happening to Akpabio. Do you notice that since when Trump have gotten into power, Tinubu actually find it difficult to travel to US? If Tinubu is telling that he's traveling out of Nigeria now for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, Tinubu is either he goes to France or he goes to other countries like UK, London, and all of that. But Tinubu have never entered US since when Trump got into power, and a lot of people have been asking the question that why is it that Tinubu did not go to US? Now, Trump is fighting against many African leaders based on their corruption and all of that. Now, it was in the election time that they said they wanted to release the drug case of Tinubu. That was in the regime of Biden. Biden was still the US president then. They wanted to release the drug case of Tinubu, the Chicago State University certificate and blah blah blah, all those kind of things. But as the matter remains, they delay it, and a lot of people say it was because Tinubu have a close relationship with Biden. That was why they couldn't release it then. But I see that's not enough. The Supreme Court make their ruling. They declare Tinubu the winner of the election and all of that. Now, Kasala boss. The same thing is happening. A few weeks ago, Trump came out and they said in US court, they declared that the records of Tinubu must be declared public. All the drug case, the forfeited drug money and everything must be declared public. That was what they said in US. Now, they said in the regime of Trump now they want to release the records of Tinubu, and that's to tell you that Trump isn't joking with African leaders at the moment. In fact, this guy is not even a friend to any African leader. That's what is happening. He's not smiling with them at the moment. It was the same Trump that actually stopped the US aid of Nigeria and all of that. It was the same Trump that tackled the South African leaders and all of that, and a lot of leaders in Africa. Now, that's to tell you that he's not joking with African leaders at the moment, and a lot of people say it was due to their corruption. Now, when the case of Akpabio finally got there, they said they want to investigate into the matter. Now, prior to the investigation, they calling Akpabio for questioning. You know, Natasha have appeared in US Congress, she have appeared in UN and all of that, and they've asked her the number of questions that they want to ask her. Now, they can't hear from one party and they will not hear from the other party. Now, they're looking forward to hear from Akpabio. Now, Akpabio is appearing in the UN at the moment because they needed them to answer some questions based on the investigation that is ongoing on the sexual harassment and all of that. And you know, a A lot of senators are panicking at the moment because they know that whatever affects Akpabio affects them, and they know that if Akpabio can successfully appear in that UN Congress and all of that, then there is a big trouble and a big catastrophe. They already know this now. A lot of panicking in and out based on the fact that they don't want Akpabio to appear there. They're doing everything possible so that Akpabio will not show face in that very place, because these people will ask intellectual questions. It is not a scripted question that Nigerian media ask and all of that, and it's not a scripted question that many of the Nigerian media ask all these politicians in their media houses and all of that. These questions will be straight and direct. Even the response that he will be given will determine the next question that they will ask him, all of that. So those are what is happening, and they know that this man may fall victim and he may be victimized of a lot of questions. So that's what is happening at the moment. So I would like us to drop your opinion in the comment section on this video. Do you think Akpabio will succeed it, or do you think Akpabio will survive the questions they're going to ask him in the UN, because his name is painted black in all the countries, all the top countries in the world? They finally painted the name of Akpabio black. So drop your opinion in the comment section. Feel free to share your mind as I'm going to get that for you, and share, follow me on my social media handles on Facebook at LAJUPOG Watch TV and Line Entertainment, on Instagram at LAJUPOG. Guess what, guys? See you in my next video, and bye for now.
I see the hot for my body, I say make I yarn you. Religious cause plenty day for body. Pastor with the line on top, be pastor. For LAJUPOG Watch TV. Pastor with the bar, where politician with the do pass himself. Corrupt leader, why you with the for church? All as LAJUPOG Watch TV.